Undoubtedly, some of you will have noticed that I uploaded episode 231 yesterday twice. There was the longer version, which you were notified about, and then there was the shorter version, and the shorter version did not have my conversation with the roofer. The reason I pulled it out is because I felt that, that conversation put him in sort of a bad light. And I didn't need to do that. It might have been a little bit unjustified and unfair to him. So I pulled it out. And anyway, that's what that's all about. Now let's see if we can get going here and do something with these hulls. I've got them all painted with the primer now, and we'll see if we can get some sort of white or light gray. I still haven't decided. I think I'm going to go with a light gray. Now I know that I haven't had what you would call good luck mixing paints, and the reason I say that is because when I go to do it a second time, I never get it quite the same. In other words, if I was to mix up some really light gray by using this neutral gray and this pure white and just mix it up in this empty jar, if I was to run out of this and try to make, to mix up another batch, it would be just a little bit lighter or a little bit darker. It just seems to be impossible to get it right. However, all I'm going to need it for is for the outside of the boats, and from the gunnels down to where the water line would be, and then the bottom is going to be dark. Now I don't know if the bottom on all of the boats is dark. I should check Stefan's book here and just see. I think maybe the smaller ones there it's not, but I can't remember. We'll just check it out and we'll soon know. Now here's something I didn't realize before. These ones with the V-shaped stern, like this one right here, it's the Admiral's boat. Okay, alright, so the larger ones, I knew that they were painted dark on the bottom. Then the medium-sized one's dark on the bottom. Okay, it appears that the rowboats were not dark on the bottom. They're just white or light gray. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do the motor launches in such a way that we can paint the bottom dark, and the rowboats will just do the whole thing in light gray, I guess. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and mix up some light gray here. I'll probably do something like more white than gray. Keep it really light. Okay, I think I'll do this in my paint booth, so if I drip, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we'll give maybe a little bit more. Okay, we'll go this much white. Maybe that's not enough. It doesn't look like very much. By the way, I've shaken these already. Okay. Can't remember, did I thin that particular white out or not? It looks kind of thick. Okay, so that pipette is no good anymore. And a fresh pipette, and not a whole lot of gray, just enough to darken it. Okay, we'll mix that up and see what we got. I think that's probably going to be just about right. Okay. Now you will remember that I found that the ends of these things make perfect little cups for dipping the CA glue into, or dipping, putting CA glue in there and then using my needle. So before I throw these pipettes out, I may as well, Once again, you notice I can't talk and work at the same time. Okay, this is our number 19, the Sky Gray. And this is our new mixture. And it's not a whole lot lighter. Well, we'll just do a little sample here and see. It could be that I didn't, I might have put in too much gray in with the white. But, I guess I could add more white, but you know what? This might be alright. Let's just give it a sample here. And now I have thinned this out for the airbrush, so. Oh yeah, it's going to be lighter. You can see that. We'll let that dry now, and yeah, it's going to be lighter. You know what? Maybe I should get it on the lid here. Okay, it's probably still a little bit wet right there. Now, around in the center here, it was pooling pretty good. And I was wondering, what would that look like close up? Is it going to have the pebbling effect that, it gets after the airbrush? Yeah, we'll put on the super macro and have a nice close look right in the center there. We'll make a little mark. There. Now, I was just thinking here, why don't we do a side-by-side comparison after I've sprayed that same paint onto one of the hulls of the boats? Yeah, I should be able to do a side-by-side comparison. Okay, I'm not going to do a whole bunch of artistic zooming in and out. This is as close as I can get on that dot. Now on these rowboats, you can see the oarlocks along the top there of the gunnel. And from the top down to the rub rail, which is just below the oarlocks. Oh, by the way, rub rail, I learned that from one of the viewers. Thank you, Jim. Anyway, yeah, it has to be wood color, at least according to Stefan's drawing. So really, I don't need to worry too much about getting it painted gray here. It does have primer on it. I can see it there. But I want to be careful I don't scratch any of this off here. I'm just trying to turn it so you can see it well. Usually when I fuss around like this, I only make things worse. So why don't I just quit already? Anyway, now our motorized boats, and there's 9 of them, I'm only really basically worried about the sides, because the bottom is going to be painted the dark gray or whatever it's going to be. Still haven't decided. So I'm going to have to make sure that when I'm spraying almost horizontally, so that I catch underneath this. Well, here this one has the rub rail a little bit further down, and I want to make sure that I get as much of from the gunnel to the rub rail as I can. So I'm going to have to be spraying pretty much horizontally. I'm going to remount the rowboats here. I was finding that even though I used 2 toothpicks, they were coming off on me. No, maybe I should have the tiller over the edge. There, that makes it a little bit more stable. that strong? Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. At least they're not rocking back and forth now. Now, I don't know how long I'm going to let the camera run here. I'm going to do a little test swatch right here. And feel free to use the fast forward button again. Won't hurt my feelings, I'll understand. We'll just get our fan going here. Two drops. At the moment, I have it set for 20 pounds PSI. Okay, these are the lifeboats, so we're going to have the bottom gray. I don't need to worry about the gunnels because we're going to be painting them wood color. Might have put it on a little bit too thick there on the bow. Well, hopefully when that dries out, it'll thin itself out. I think that one went better. Oh my, I'm out of paint. That's a surprise. I must have used quite a bit there. last one. There's a little bit left, and maybe I'll pour it back. Probably about 2 or 3 milliliters left. Might need it for touch-up. Okay, I'm going to clean up the airbrush, and then we'll put on the macro lens and we'll take a close look. Now I realize that I had said, about half an hour ago or so, that we'd put on the macro lens and take a close look. But I'm thinking now, maybe we better wait until the next episode. And it's 2:45 here in Winnipeg already. I want to be able to get this all edited out, and because there was a lot of extra, you might say, footage there, it's going to take a little bit longer to process and upload to YouTube, so I want to make sure that everything's ready to go at the usual time. So in other words, thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow, and we will take a close look at these.